Next, I want to combine an image in here. So I'm going to go open, and I had an image of a fish. There, this one. I'm going to open that, and I want that fish combined into my poster. So I'm going to switch tools now. I'm going to take this Polygon Lasso tool. Now, if you hold it down, you see the little arrow on the corner here? If you hold it down, you get other options for selection tools. I'm going to choose the Polygon Lasso tool here, and I'm just going to kind of select around this. And every time you notice when you click, it leaves a little anchor. So if you hit the delete key and because you make a mistake, you can go back a few steps. So you want to go back to your starting point once they click and join. I'm getting just that image, and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go back to my documentary poster, and I'm going to paste that in here and jump back to my move tool and bring him down here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut around the fish. So I'm going to be very careful about this. I'm going to use my Polygon Lasso tool again, and coming in really close, I'm going to do little pieces at once. So let's start with here. I'm going to click along the top of the fish and then slowly click along the edge and come up here along the fins and just try to follow that pattern. And then it kind of fades in the water here. Give them a little bit of a round edge. Sometimes you kind of got to guess what you're doing. And now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click, 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 and go back to the beginning. Double click, and now hit delete. And you'll notice I cut out a part of the image there. Next, I'm going to start clicking over here, and I'm going to go along the fish's tail, and I'm just going to kind of guess that its tail now I'm going to come around here again like I did before. Click down here, click, click, go back to the beginning, hit delete, and then I'm going to do deselect so I can start over a new selection. Come here, and I'm going to click along the edge here, get a bit of his fin along the bottom, and I'm doing small clicks in between. The spaces between each click are very small, and you got to be patient. And I'm doing that especially when you get to curves, because you don't want curves to have straight lines. That's why you do smaller clicks closer to each other. There we go. And I'm going to come back around the edge, use 2 fingers on my trackpad to slide down, double click to join those two, and hit delete. Now let's zoom out. I'm going to do Command D, or go to Select Menu, Deselect, and I'm now going to just select all the stuff I don't want. So I'm going to come around here and then double click. See, Photoshop is like 90% of it is about good selections. Okay, now this fish, let's move him down here right about so he blends in with some of that blue-green algae. And I want you to notice something really carefully here. You notice the edges are not that smooth. I'm going to do something called feathering. There's 2 ways of feathering. I could select around the fish, and by the way, name your layers. Over here, name your layer, fish. This one's background. Double click on it, background. Name them so you don't get lost. Turn the background off for a second, and I'm going to go to the fish layer. I'm only working on the fish layer now. I'm going to take my magic wand. I'll put it to a tolerance of about 12 to 15. Click, and it grabs all around the fish. And then I'm going to hit select, modify, feather. That's going to add a little smoothing effect. Watch, I'm going to go feather by 2, and it only adds it when you hit the delete key. Did you see the edge of the fish? Watch, I'm going to do it one more time. Watch the edge when I hit delete. It feathers and smooths your selection out. Okay, that was one way of doing it. I'm going to come up here to my history toolbar. I'm going to back up a bit. The other way to do it is to take your eraser tool over here and make sure you have a feathered brush, that kind of, not a hard edge like this. This is what a hard edge brush does, okay? But a feathered brush, and it doesn't have to be that big, maybe down to about 39, 34. No, even that's too big. Now, if you use your open and close bracket keys beside the letter P on your keyboard, you can pass your brush over, and you'll notice it gently erases the edge so that it doesn't look too harsh. But this is a lot longer than the other technique I showed you. It's easier to remember this technique, but the other technique is a lot faster. See over here, this fin, it's got a little bit of an edge on it. You can smooth everything out. Go in there and just smooth things out that were a little rough when you did your selection. Let's turn the background layer back on. And now for this fish, I'm going to take my selection tool. I'm going to go to Image, Adjust, Hue Saturation. And you notice this green is a little too green compared to the green here. There's more blue. So I'm going to play with, going to go to the greens here, switch it to the green, and desaturate, meaning take out some of the green. Let's see what happens. You can see it's kind of going down. You see that if I push it up, it goes really green. If I bring it down, I'm going to try the hue saturation one more time. Let's bring the saturation of greens down. There we go. And we could even maybe go with the cyan blue and maybe increase the cyan. No, that didn't work. Maybe blues. That's pretty much it for that. Okay. It doesn't look too bad. It kind of fits. Okay. If we go back to our other poster, we see, here's how I managed to combine the fish. We see the colors there, and he's kind of lying at the bottom. So in the next phase, we're going to start using the text boxes, and we're going to add text effects. We're going to add effects to the text to make it kind of stand out in the document.